Hey world, I guess it hasn't been that long since the last video that I made. So on this one, I guess I want to go through and just share some thoughts with you. As I was browsing around YouTube some time back, just ran across a random site of a profile who had something on her profile that I thought was interesting. And I don't know if it's just me and my thought process or what, but I'm gonna share a bit of that tidbit with you, and also go through and give my own input on that as well. As you can see here, I look pretty much terrible each time I get on camera, and I guess it's something that I just need to stop apologizing for. And I guess for this one, I get tired of tying my hair back and whatnot, so you can see how terrible I look and how long the hair's gotten here, and probably even some grays or something. So I guess let me get started here. The tidbit was on how girls were being compared to apples. I think in that tidbit it had something along the lines of girls are like apples. The easy to grab, low hanging fruit, the easy ones are usually the rotten ones because they don't get enough sunlight to bathe and to, I don't know, be like the best quality type of apple. And so only the good apples, the good girls, are usually the one at the top of the tree with all the sunshine and all of that stuff. So I have to go through and just compile my list of notes here because I'm getting old and my memory doesn't serve me as well as it used to. So just jotting down some notes to make sure I don't forget anything here as I'm trying to tell my tidbit side of the girls are like apple analogy. So with the premise of, good girls are the one that's getting the sunshine, they're the one that's on top. Bad girls, rotten ones, are the one that's the low hanging fruit, easy access, easy to grab, and whatnot. Also supposedly rotten fruits and better tasting apples as well. So apparently for the guys who's after these fruits, trying to attain these, always complains about the rotten ones or the no good girls because it takes effort. It takes some scrapes or some scratches to climb the tree and to get the good apples, right? So I guess my side comes in. Sure, that's all nice and lovely, when you put that analogy that way. But then again, for those that climb this so-called tree of apples, or the apple tree itself, you know, if they didn't have any scars or cuts and bruises or anything, first of all, you know, is it worth it for them to get the cuts and scrapes and fall off from the tree depending on how high they have to climb? Um, you know, trees can be pretty tall, and at the same time, if you fall from too high, break a bone, break a leg, break more than you bargained for. So, in the end, is it worth it to climb the so-called uh, tree to attain that apple? To the attaining of the apple, the fruit itself, is sure you have your rotten ones that's maybe low hanging, not getting enough sunshine, probably doesn't taste as good as the one that sunbathed. Perhaps that's true. But at the same time, when you're going in for a bite when you're hungry, I guess you'll eat as much rotten apples, or as you'll try to avoid the rotten part of the apple as much as you can to get your fill. At the same time, is it worth all that for just one bite, one instance, one apple to go through and have your fill? And it's eat enough rotten apples, you'll get full, and you'll get tired of apples. So from there, For the apples that happen to get unharvested, the so-called good apples at the top of the tree, if no one can see them up there because they're so high, no one's going to try to go for it. Two, at the same time, for the apples that's again way too high and out of reach, it's if they left unharvested, the time that the apples are going to be ripe is also limited. So in time, they're going to be past their age or expiration date, I guess you can say. And it's don't blame the messenger here, but I'm just trying to follow up on the girls in analogy, the girls and apples analogy here. So soon enough, the apples at the top of the tree is going to be falling to the ground, or soon they'll be rotten on the ground as well. So I guess in time, there's always the good side to things, but there's also the other perspective as well to compare. So I thought it was interesting to compare girls to apples, but at the same time, it's not all lovey-dovey and flowery. And someone's out there's probably going, geez, how depressing must this person be to find the negative aspect of something so supposedly innocent to that ideal of girls are like apples, the rotten ones are on the bottom and the good ones are at the top that you need to work and gain the effort for. But at the same time, if you just, I guess, apply some different perspective out there, or due to one's life experiences, it can give a different perspective on the so-called positive aspects. But I guess that's proof that there's just always more than one way to interpret something. So that was just my tidbit and add-on to the how girls are like apples analogy, and just showing the other side of it. So I guess you can say it's the same side of the two sides of the same coin, I guess you can say. So with that, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.